Welcome back to A Different Way. It's been a while and we've been busy getting settled in down here in the great state of Florida. But now, once again, garden season is upon us. So we're still working on figuring out gardening in this climate. And today we've got a fun new product to work with that I'm hoping will help us on this journey. So today I'm going to unpack a new product that was sent to us to try out from a company known as Vegega, kind of like vegetable garden, Vegega. And it is a 17-inch raised bed. It's called their 9-in-1 because it's actually got 9 different configurations you can do. For those of you who have been watching us a while, you may recall that we did something very similar last year with a product from a company known as Vego Garden. So these were similar but different manufacturers, and we were actually pretty eager to compare the two products. But today I'm going to focus on the Vegega, and we will start by unpacking the contents of our box, and let's see what they sent. 16 side panels, 8 end panels. You can see those are curved. We've got the hardware that holds it all together. This is the rubber strapping that will line the top for safety. Bracing rods, which will connect inside to prevent the bed from spreading under the weight of the soil. And a great instruction manual. I did take a sneak peek at this, and you can see there's really good diagrams and information for many of the ways you can use your bed, even set up your garden, and of course, all the assembly instructions needed to put this together. So let's get started. And the first thing I notice is there is a plastic film layer on one side of this for protection, but that needs to come off. So we're going to go through here and tear the pieces off. This time, however, I'm going to do a slightly different experiment. I had a user ask me regarding our last beds whether leaving the protective film on would be beneficial or detrimental. And I honestly don't know the answer. On one hand, it could prevent damage from, general daily use. But on the other hand, I'm curious to know if it would hold in moisture and potentially cause it to rust. So I'm going to tear the film off of one, leave it on the other so we can do a comparison through the season. And we'll just monitor the one that has the film particularly. So I do want to point out the paint is scratched off of several of the holes on at least this piece of metal. I'm not sure about the others yet, but this side, which is the inside of the bed, does not have the protective film. Vego Garden brand had protective film on both sides. Now, it did take twice as long to unwrap everything, but we didn't find any scratches or scuffs when we were originally unpacking that one. But if that's all there is, it's certainly not going to affect your gardening. Okay, time to start assembling the first one. Now, another difference I have noticed since I started opening these, if you'll recall with the previous type of bed from Vego Garden, there was actually a screw hole on every single rib of the panel. On this one, there's about 2 less. So it'll be interesting to see how that compares in terms of durability and longevity. They seem to be positioned in the most strategic places, so it may be just fine. Time will tell. I really enjoyed learning to use my Vego Garden beds last season, which inspired me to compare them with the Vegega beds this year. The Vegega beds offer many similar advantages, such as high quality and durability for a fair price, very easy to assemble, a 20-plus year life expectancy, modular and customizable, very stylish with multiple colors to choose from, and eco-friendly material. During assembly, I noticed yet another difference. The Vego Garden panels used cat nuts on the 2 upper bolts, while the new Vegega panels use standard nuts on every bolt. Not really a big deal unless you're accident prone like me. So I've got the first bed almost assembled here, and I want to install the brace rods. Here's yet another difference I'm finding from the previous beds we assembled. They had one brace rod in the center. This one uses 2 brace rods spaced out on 2 separate panels. So it'll be interesting to see what the difference, how that works out as the years go by. I did some personal research on the difference in construction and found both brands are made from a steel inner core with a protective plating layer, followed by a food-safe paint produced by the company Akzo Nobel. All right, the final step to getting these beds finished is to add the trim around the edge for safety. So you can see there's actually a little bit of excess on each piece, which not only helps with different configurations, but gives you a little room margin for error there, and you just snip that off. There is a difference in the panels themselves. While last year's Vego Garden beds have a rounded semicircular shape to them, which I admittedly prefer due to the softer aesthetic, the Vegega panels are of trapezoidal shape, which is in fact a more durable design. Now, how that durability is demonstrated as a garden bed will be an aspect we monitor over the seasons. We've got the beds all assembled. Sean and Ruth are gonna just start putting them in place down here, and we'll update you in a future video. Now, before I close, I do want to mention, we obviously found a few differences between the 2 brands. Price is very comparable, so really I guess it boils down to your personal preferences, kind of the style and the way it's designed. All in all, you know, it really seems to be very, very comparable in quality. So I'm very curious to see how this plays out through the upcoming season and through the upcoming years. We'll definitely be sure to update you a couple of times as we go through this. And remember, we're still learning to garden in this new climate down here. We've made a lot of changes. I'm looking forward to showing you in an upcoming video. But I'll keep you posted. You guys take care, and we'll see you next time.